Upper East Siders, it's cold outside. And as February approaches, we need to find ways to fight frostbite. Some keep warm the old-fashioned way, some seek the comfort of loved ones, and some try to keep away the gloom by painting things bright. Oh, hey! Welcome back to another episode of 3 Gossip Girls, a Gossip Girl podcast. I'm Liz.
And I'm Michelle.
Tonight we watched episode 13 of season 4, Damien, Darko. Darko.
I feel that this title was perfect for this episode.
Hell yeah, it was.
You know how sometimes we're like, why did they name it that? Or
Usually?
Yeah, usually, as per usual. But this, I was like, this was a perfect title for this episode.
It sure was. The original air date was January 31st, 2011, written by Leila Gerstein, directed by Jeremiah Chechik. I wonder if they used Jeremiah Harris because Jeremiah Chechik was the...
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. You guys let me know. Summary for the episode. Blair is ecstatic to land an internship at W Magazine, but the thrill quickly fades when she finds out that Dan has secured one of the coveted positions as well. Chuck may have finally met his match with Russell Thorpe and his daughter. Nate receives alarming news about his father's business prospects.
Every time Nate appeared, I forgot about Nate.
We forgot he existed, how he existed. Honestly, you could throw Chuck in there. It's just about Pear. It's Pear, and not that I want to talk about Serena and Ben, but I'd rather watch that, I guess.
Well, I didn't forget about them. Like, I really, truly forgot. Like, oh, yeah, Howie and Nate. Oh, yeah, Howie and Nate.
Yep.
Oh, that's right, Howie and Nate. Like, the third time. Like, remember, Michelle?
Remember they exist in this realm.
Yeah.
My Glassful of Gossip tonight, I titled The W, even though there is nothing W about it, but I felt like it was fitting because it's W Magazine.
Yeah, and it's like if we attended this W party.
And I decided to do a sparkling cocktail.
Yes, you
to
did.
pair with the episode. If you watched our Insta stories, you saw the live fizzle of the cube of sugar that we put on the bottom. Tea Spressa sugar cubes that have like glitter and fruit.
It's fruit. Yeah, I received this pack for my birthday from one of my best friends, and I was like, well, let's use them up. Let's make some cocktails.
Yeah, and so you can pair whatever liquid you want. We decided to go with Topo Chico hard seltzer in the pineapple flavor. It was good.
Yeah, it was a very fruity drink.
It was refreshing, as it generally is.
Summery, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Even though today it was cold.
I know.
we went from going 65 and today it's like 40 something.
Yeah.
But what can you do? It's April. Let's refresh our memories on my 3 gossip words for last week. We had friends for Pear, but I felt like also for Eric and Damien.
Yep.
And also for Chair. They were friendly in this episode. We had a very brief scene. But they're mature friends.
And also Serena and Ben.
And Serena and Ben.
She just wants to be there
just
for him.
Just wants to be his friend. Sabotage internship.
Yeah.
Which, did you see this coming?
No.
Not the
at
entire
all.
episode? You were like, you didn't know Dan was going to be in the internship?
Well, no, I figured we were going there.
Oh, okay.
Yes. No, as soon as it started, I figured out what was happening pretty quickly.
Okay. My last word was beginnings. So that could be pretty much anything in this episode, but I mostly meant it for Ben and his fresh start, and then also the first day of the internship, the beginning.
And also now Blair is back at W without Padge. It could be a beginnings for her as well.
It's her, exactly. It's her new
fresh start.
Fresh start, exactly. Perfect. Okay, so to get into this episode, we'll start with the Vanderwoodson kids. I lumped Eric and Serena together in my summary.
Yeah.
So Eric is texting Serena. He wants to meet her for lunch for a sibling catch-up. It looks a little sus at first, like, is this for a reason? But I think he honestly just missed his sister, so he wanted to meet up with her for lunch. Serena, however, is very distracted because she's getting ready to go to her breakfast soiree date. I won't call it a date because I don't think it was a date.
I think she was thinking and hoping it was a date.
With
it was
Ben.
like more of a meeting.
It was a meeting because he says, I brought you here to tell you this. And it seems as though the two have been catching up because he said, oh, you paid last time,
Right.
I'll pay this time. So they have been meeting up quite a bit. And he tells her, I brought you here because I want to tell you I'm moving up to Ithaca because a buddy of mine from college is starting this organic farm and he thinks it would be a good start for me, and I'm totally going and I'm leaving tomorrow. And Serena's like, oh, okay. She's obviously upset, but she's pretending not to be. And they say goodbye. And she's like, I'm really happy for you. We can write or call each other.
Or email.
And he's just like, uh-huh. I'm like, Serena, he wants to go as soon as possible. I doubt he wants to keep KIT, you know?
I don't think he can keep in touch.
It would not be beneficial for him.
No.
To KIT. So
yeah, no.
On the way out, he ends up seeing a help wanted sign on the diner, and he's like contemplating and looking at it, and she immediately calls Rufus because he apparently has a community garden plot. I don't know what he would be doing with this.
Well, wasn't he on the community
He was.
garden
Is
with
he
what's her
still?
name who sabotaged?
Yeah. What was her name with it?
No.
H.
Let's call her Beth. Oh, H.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
it
what
with
was her
an H?
name? Harriet? Probably not. Hoda?
It will.
No.
I think it will come to me.
Holly? No.
No.
Anyway,
Whoever that was, it's like at the tip of my tongue. You guys are probably yelling in your cars, bathrooms, wherever you are right now. But she calls Rufus for a favor. Serena.
well, at least she's reaching out.
I guess.
That's me
She's
giving
reaching
her
out.
something.
She's reaching out to Rufus.
I mean, as soon as they got up from breakfast and Ben left and looked at that help wanted sign, I knew what he was saying to her was BS.
Like, I just need to go.
Yeah, like I knew him saying like I need to go work upstate or wherever is him being like, I actually do have feelings for Serena, but I know it's not in my best interest, but I need to just end this before it gets started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they part ways. Serena ends up bumping into Damien on the street. And he does apologize. He seems to be caring that he was the one who sold Juliet the drugs, and seems concerned for her well-being. And she's like, your occupation hurts people and you should stop. And she leaves because she's like, I don't even care what you have to say.
Right.
It doesn't matter to me.
He did seem affected by this.
He did.
Which, Liz and I talked off mic about this. I mean, and I'm sure you all have the same
Holland.
feelings. Holland.
I just thought of it.
The train just pulled into the
up.
station. That he definitely has feelings for Serena.
He has to.
Why?
We know he does.
Yeah.
They're still lingering.
Yeah.
And to find out that he could be responsible for almost killing this girl, he's not sitting well with him, and he is genuinely upset, but Serena's like, fuck you. I don't care. So they part ways as well. Serena goes to see Ben, I guess, to tell him, hey, Rufus could get you this job here, but she goes to this location, what she thinks is his friend's apartment. He's sleeping on his couch, to find it's only a halfway house for ex-cons, and it's really not in a good area.
Right.
And they're all, creepy with her in the streets.
Just a little shady.
And she's like, oh, definitely not in Kansas anymore.
Didn't it look like she's bringing him a gift basket?
Something. Yeah. So during this time at the Vanderwoodsons, Jonathan, throwback to season 3, we haven't seen him since Eric and him broke up. He comes in to the loft and tells Lily he's just returning some books that Eric forgot at school. Sweet, but also weird.
Yeah, weird. Your theory on this, you said it while we were watching, that maybe the actor of
Elliot, just like they couldn't get him anymore. Or so. I didn't look it up, but it just felt like so out of place for them to throw Jonathan in there. Like, okay, we should understand that Eric is having a hard time because his mom messed up things for their family, and then Elliot broke up with him. It just was weird to me that they brought back Jonathan, and like, mind you, he's on the island now, Jonathan.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Because they just brought him in to like fill this void, and then we drop him.
They 100% could have done this storyline without
anyone.
him.
Without
else. Him.
Yeah.
I mean, Serena could have found him later on at the party.
He could have just been upset because his family is messed up.
Well, no, he could have been
he
upset.
didn't need to have,
Yeah, they could have found
been
out.
Elliot, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, that Elliot broke up with him in another way. We could have found that out.
Right. We didn't need to do this. So I feel badly for Jonathan that we had to bring him in doing that.
But also maybe props that the actor got some work. So, hey.
Hell yeah.
You did a good job, Jonathan.
True. Yeah. Good job, Jonathan. But Jonathan informs Lily that Elliot broke up with Eric during Christmas break. It was all anyone was talking about in school, which is so sad.
I guess Gossip Girl doesn't care about that.
No, I guess not. But Lily, she's confused, saying that, well, Eric's been sleeping, or he slept at Elliot's last night, so where could he have possibly gone to? We pan to see where Eric went. He's shacking up with Damien.
Now,
ew.
Are they intimate?
I don't think so.
Okay. They're just hanging
out. He's
just
like has this job.
Taking the drugs.
Yeah. And he takes his job very seriously, whatever that may be. So if he has to pretend he's like into Eric for a minute, he will. Or if he has to do this, like,
right.
He's
a weasel.
He is a weasel. He's just gross. And I feel so badly that Eric felt like he was the only person he could fall on.
Because Eric hates him.
Eric hates him. He hates him for what happened with Jenny. He's always thought he was a scumbag. But now, all of a sudden, you're sleeping on his couch.
Like, I'm surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised, I guess, because Eric got into a dark place, but he couldn't. Lily is distracted. Couldn't get in touch with Serena. She's distracted. Did he try Padge? Would he not try Padge?
I don't know. Would he?
Did he not actually want to connect with someone that close to him?
Maybe.
Maybe he just wanted to disconnect.
That's also possible.
I don't know.
We don't know. And also, Rufus.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't want to go to a parental figure.
Yeah. Later on, Eric does arrive home to find Jonathan and Lily chatting, and he's ultimately pissed. Why are you here? And he tries to confront Lily tries to confront him, in which I think is so funny because she's both her kid's shit list at this point. And she's like pointing the finger, and Jonathan's like, Lily, let me step in and talk to Eric alone, because obviously he doesn't respect you right now.
Yeah.
So Jonathan does talk to Eric, and Eric admits, like, he's been having a rough few weeks. Elliot broke up with him. My family is going through a lot of shit. And he does miss Jonathan in his life. And Jonathan offers to come with him to this W magazine party later on. So we're setting up. There's a party going on. Serena then arrives back at the Vanderwoodsons to pick up Eric for lunch. And Vanya has left an envelope with her to give to Lily. So in the spirit of telling the truth, Serena says, hey, Mom, just open up this envelope in front of me and Rufus. And Lily is refusing to open it. So Serena takes it back and she opens it and reveals this wad of cash of money she was sending to Ben to leave her family alone.
Lily.
And then Ben has returned the money with a note saying, you don't need to pay me. I'll go away for free. Bitch. This is so bad, Lily.
Earlier over breakfast, she was talking to Rufus about how everything she does is for her kids. And I legitimately believe that. It's not.
She doesn't do it in the right way.
She's not doing it in the right way. And I mean, I'm sure she's thinking like, okay, Serena should not get involved with this older guy who just got out of jail. They have a bad history.
Yep.
Lily fucked up. This is not someone you should be hanging out with. Even though we did him wrong, just let him go live his life. But then to pay him off. Did you think this was a good idea?
No. Lily, come on.
It's very Julie Cooper of you.
Yeah, it is. And it throws everyone off because Rufus is pissed. He walks away and Serena's like, I'm behind you. And then Eric's like, oh, Mom paid off someone. This should be a drinking game.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Which is so funny. It should.
Yeah. And then he texts Damien, like, can we hang out? Yeah. So, speaking of Ben, though, he's filled out an application to work potentially at this diner. And Damien shows up because he's waiting there to meet up with Eric. Random that they're meeting up at this diner. And Damien is just a plain old dick.
No, like uber coming in hot dick.
Like not needed. We don't need your sass.
So after watching this scene, I'm like, why is he such a dick? And it has to come down to jealousy.
I think that's what it is. And he can tell, Ben was this very intelligent, good person. And Damien's like pointing the finger. Yeah, I heard you went to the pokey for poking a student.
Ew.
And he's saying all these disgusting one-liners to Ben. And Ben's like, I know you're the one that solidified my sentence. You're the eyewitness. And you didn't even have proof. And you did that anyway. And Damien says, well, I know I had my proof. I saw it with my eyes. But Ben says nothing happened, as we know. And then Eric arrives and Damien kind of mentions to Ben that, you shouldn't be around the person you tried to allegedly, rape's brother or whatever it was. So now Ben knows, okay, that's Serena's brother, and he's concerned, so he calls Serena.
Right.
Nice, I guess. He could have just been like, no, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
Or not, because then he applied for a job at the diner, so I guess he was never intending on leaving.
I know, that's the thing. Like, you don't want to be with Serena, yet you're applying for the diner in the neighborhood.
And obviously she frequents it. Her family does, so I don't know. We'll see. We arrive at the W party, and Rufus shows up alone because he needed some air from his wife, yet he defends her to Eric, which I thought was really funny.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
just
wow,
being a loyal husband.
he is. He's like, we put her through enough today. It's like, well, she did it herself.
Which is so funny. We put her through enough today.
Just
Tomorrow
today.
we'll reset, and then we can do it all over again. Like, Rufus, your patience, their marriage and pillow talk.
They're just skating on this very thin sheet of ice.
Do you think at this point he's numb?
Probably.
And just doesn't even, it's like nothing phases him.
He's like, oh, okay, she messed up again.
I'm not going to divorce because I'm not going to do that again. And
right.
Lily, this would be number
six, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. So Eric and him do have the chat about Lily, and then Eric seems to not really care that Jonathan's at this party, even though Jonathan is there, and he sees Damien from afar who's selling at the event. He's working the party. And so Eric's like, oh, yeah, I'll go get us some food and come right back. But he doesn't ever come right back. So Serena, she ends up meeting with Ben at the party. He says that he's only there to inform her that he thinks Eric is doing or dealing drugs because he's hanging out with Damien. And Serena's so confused. She's like, not my brother. He wouldn't do that. So they walk up to Jonathan and ask where Eric is. And he says he blew me off. And I guess he never really shed that Jenny Humphrey scheming plan. And he leaves because he's pissed. Serena and Ben then look for Eric. They find him buying drugs from Damien. However, Damien and Eric try to cover it up by saying that they're dating.
Well, yeah, Damien sees it and he's like, oh man, we just got busted by your sister. Just follow my lead.
Follow my lead. We're together, babe.
Who's going to believe this?
Nobody.
No one. We know who you are, Damien.
And Serena and Ben are like, huh? And Ben really bothered me in this scene. And I feel like I know he shouldn't.
No, he bothered me too.
He stepped a boundary where it wasn't needed. Let Serena handle this.
Yeah.
But, then later on with the whole, we'll get to it, advice. But so Serena tries to tell Eric that he shouldn't be with Damien. And then, as I said, Ben then butts in even further, trying to give him some advice on how not to get involved with the wrong crowd because then you lose who you are, because of his experience in jail. And I'm like, Ben, shh.
But also, and Eric responds with, who are you? And mind your business.
Yeah.
Really? No.
And I'm like, good for you, Eric.
Yeah.
This is not his business.
No.
And he brought it upon himself to make it his business.
Right.
So then Eric admits that he has been lonely, and Elliot broke it off with him, and Serena was off trying to find Judge Stevens. And so he used Damien as a distraction for all of the craziness, and he promises, but I won't see him again. Then Rufus comes over, and he overhears that Eric was hanging out with Damien, and he says to Serena, look, remember that Ben was the part of Juliet and partially responsible for what had happened to you. And then she's like, but it was just for revenge because he thought that I put him in jail. I'm like, Serena, yes, do you hear what you're saying? It was revenge for putting him in jail. Like, wake up, sister.
She's very forgiving.
Yeah, and she's like, the past is in the past. We're fine. The smitten kitten over there.
There is something to be said, and I sometimes admire the way she's just like, all right, like I get it, and then that's it. And it's like, well, maybe you should think about it, stew on it.
Just think about it a little bit longer.
I mean, he wanted to ruin your life, and granted, we understand that now, but awful things like wanted to kick you out.
And
of
you
school.
know what? I feel like, does she even know the extent of what he tried to do? She only knows about what Juliet was putting out there.
I think Juliet told her everything.
Like, oh, my brother told me to do this?
Yeah. I think they had that conversation.
So maybe that's why she, I don't know. she's too forgiving.
She is, yeah.
You know? So she says, I need to go find Ben and chase after him. Rufus then goes up to Eric and asks him flat out, are you doing drugs? And Eric says, yeah, I was, but I'm not anymore. And the reason why I was hanging out with Damien is because he's the only one who would listen to me.
He needs a friend.
No one was around for me these past few weeks.
It's so sad.
So freaking sad. And as Rufus, I would be so upset to hear that my stepkid is going through this. Yeah.
Hurting. Yeah.
Serena catches up with Ben. And she's like, I just want to be your friend. Serena. No, you don't. Why are you lying?
Well, because there's nothing else.
There's nothing else she can say. She can't say anything else.
That will be appropriate.
It's not appropriate. I just want to be your friend. Please stick around. I saw how you were with Eric. It reminded me of how you were when you were my teacher. And he's like, Serena, I don't care about you in that way. I see your googly eyes. We can't do this. I never felt anything for you, and I still don't. So please let me go.
Also, that's a lot of bullshit.
It's a lot of bullshit, but like
He's
he
lying,
needed to tell himself and her that
yes.
because he needs to get out. Please stop preventing him from leaving.
He needs to get out, yet he's not actually leaving.
I know,
he's applying for jobs that are way too close in the vicinity.
Right.
You need to go to another borough.
And I didn't even put that together until now when we're talking about it. I've watched this episode 3 times now, and I'm like, wait, he's applying to jobs in the city.
No, he's trying to stay close,
but not
and
close.
keep an eye on.
Exactly, but not close enough.
Right.
It's shady.
Yeah.
So the next day, Serena does admit, I was falling for Ben. You already fell, honey. Flat on your fucking face.
That should be a drinking game. How many times is Serena going to fall for someone? Remember last episode?
I mean,
or
course
2
she
episodes we
was.
go from whatever.
Of
You guys
course
know
she
I'm a broken
We're
record.
broken records. We're broken
so
records.
It doesn't you know
of
it?
Of course you were, sweetie. Of course you were. Rufus the next day meets with Ben. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, this I did not like.
This is not good. This is not okay with me. He offers him to move into the loft because after everything his family, the Vanderwoodsons, have put him through, he should deserve a nice place to live. This is not okay. This is not okay.
Yes, you do deserve a nice place to live. Not from this person.
No.
You are still way too connected to the Vanderwoodsons. You married into the family. Let's say they never got married. I'd be like, okay, Rufus, that's fine. You're not connected to Lily.
Right. No, but now he's
strictly
family.
in Brooklyn.
You kept your loft for your son to stay at so he can go to school.
Did we even clear this with Patch?
No. And it's a problem. And it's a problem.
It's so inappropriate. Why did Rufus, who I would like to think has some morals and he's pretty level-headed, think this was a good idea?
It is not okay. And like Dan makes a point next week of saying like, why didn't he move into the Vanderwoodsons? Like Chuck's old room. And I'm like, yes, but also him and Lily probably wouldn't.
Yeah, no.
The clash. And then I'm like, well, he can go stay with Chuck at the Empire. Also weird.
That would.
But like, you don't need to put him up in a room in your child's old bedroom to just so he can have like this nice life again.
Yeah, no.
He can find his own way.
I mean, Lily also tried to pay him off. Your wife tried to rid him. So you're like, no, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of my own hands. I'm going to keep him around in my bachelor pad in Brooklyn.
Yeah, this is not... How is this okay? It's not okay. And he did this all because Serena asked him to do it.
Now, is this because Serena finally went to Rufus and Rufus felt needed because Rufus literally has no role?
I know.
There's nothing for him to do. He's just there and a doormat.
Yeah, probably.
The comfy couch. You just go to Rufus when you need something.
Yeah, and so Serena said, I need your help. Please offer it to him. And Rufus says, I did. He's going to think about it.
But he gave him the key.
Like...
No.
If he didn't even say yes, you gave him the keys?
Come on,
bullshit.
Rufus.
Yeah, that was really naive thinking.
I don't like
on
this.
his part.
It's stupid.
Yeah. Our last scene with that is Damien scratch that. As Serena's calling Rufus to talk this over of the plan of him moving in, there's a phone call that's simultaneous. The phone call is simultaneous with a scene of Ben and Damien at the diner, and Ben pushes Damien into the wall. He's choking him. He tells him not to mess with Serena's family, or else he'll call his dad. Remember how scary your dad can be. And Damien realizes, oh shit, you actually do have feelings for Serena. And of course, he's going to use that to his advantage. He immediately calls Eric and asks, hey, you want to hang out as friends? We're friends.
But Eric is like, oh, sure. At first, Eric's like, no, I don't do the drugs anymore.
I don't do drugs. And he's like, no, it's not about drugs. It's about friendship.
And then he's like,
Good.
It's like, oh, okay. But also now there's history between these two. So there's the father involved, which gives me some feelings of why is Damien pushing this guy's buttons and being such a dick?
Right.
What's up with this father?
And his dad is a scary man, supposedly.
Right.
So, all right, let's go to what we're most excited for.
Yes, let's go there.
The pairing of Pear. So Blair, she's super excited this morning because she got a new internship, and today is the day she's going to start it. It's top secret, however. Nobody is supposed to know where she's going on this internship to. But she's in a very good mood. And you know who else is starting their internship today? Padge.
And they meet beforehand.
So cute.
To discuss movies and also that they both have the internship today.
Yeah. Right before that, Dan does call Lily to thank her for getting him said opportunity of this internship. And he essentially doesn't care if he's someone's bitch. He just is like, wanting to have an internship, and he's grateful that she got him this opportunity. So Pear does. They meet up for coffee. Super cute. They're walking around talking about their new movie plans, which has happened 4 times, by the way.
This is a friendship.
It's a friendship. At least, a movie a week, which is like a month. A whole month of hanging out, you know? But Blair's still keeping the secret of her internship. So Dan says, I'm going to keep mine a secret then, too. And they plan to see a movie on Sunday this weekend. And they'll talk then. So cute. So Blair begins her internship at W Magazine. And she meets her boss, Epperly.
From It's Complicated.
From It's Complicated. That's the only place I know her from. I saw her and I said, wait, I know her. And I looked through her whole rap sheet, and then It's Complicated. I'm like, that is it. The nice older daughter. That's who she was.
Right.
And It's Complicated, who was married to John Krasinski. It was so cute in that movie.
Love that movie.
I love him in that movie. But she meets Epperly, and Blair's having this like Devil Wears Prada moment where she's like holding the dresses up, and she's so excited to be interning here. However, she finds out she's not the only intern. But I'm Blair Waldorf. I'm it. I'm your intern.
The best of the best.
The best of the best. I'm Blair Waldorf. And Epperly explains, yes, many people have submitted applications, and only the best of the best from each school, Penn, Princeton, Yale, Parsons, Columbia, and then they're missing their NYU student who happens to walk in. There's Padge Humphrey. Daniel Padge Humphrey.
Perfect.
And their stares at each other were excellent.
It was so good. And all this part felt like a rom-com.
Oh, yeah. It was really cute.
Yeah. And he's the only dude.
He's like, what did I sign up for? And Blair is so pissed. Why are you trying to steal my sunshine? So Dan had no idea that he would be placed here. All he knew it was a Condé Nast subsect, and he didn't know where it was going to be. So throughout the day, Blair tries her best to manipulate Dan and manipulate the situation, making Dan quit or getting him, in trouble with Epperly. But Epperly overhears their squabble.
Good use of the word.
Thank you.
There it is. Squabble.
And Blair mentions how, Dan only wanted an internship at the New Yorker. He's a writer. And Epperly's like, oh, yeah, you are the writer. How about you write a piece for our blog? And he's obviously stoked. Like, yes.
Perfect. Because they're going to do with
Blair.
Upcoming authors and all of that. So it's going to be real good.
Yeah, he's like, thank you, Blair, for helping me out. And she's like, shit.
Yeah. It's not the plan.
Yeah. So the whole day goes by. She's really trying her hardest to sabotage him. But it's not working. It's just so funny because he knows Blair better than she knows herself, and he says, you're up to your old tricks. They're not going to work on me. And I love the part where he mentions, hey, I dated Serena for 2 years. I know the difference between like mustard and yellow shoes. Blair's like, damn it, he keeps one-upping her.
Yeah.
So they overhear Epperly talking about some party disaster where the big author that they were getting signed on the magazine deal or whatever that is has backed out. And so they bet each other to both bring an author to the party later, and whoever's is the best, the other one will back out and the one will stay in the internship. No sabotage. They shake on no sabotage.
Clean game.
Clean game, clean bet. Whoever wins, it's fair and square. Later on, Dan and Blair have both gotten confirmations that their authors will be at the party. And I feel like, honestly, when they're comparing, like, Dan's a shoo-in. Like, Jeremiah is definitely gonna stir it up more than Blair's author. So after that, Blair calls Serena. She's obviously very threatened. And she's complaining how Dan keeps one-upping her all day. And Serena can sense that Blair is upset. And she's definitely threatened by this. So she urges Blair, please don't sabotage him. Just win it. Fair. It's a fair game. And Blair hears her out, but she's also holding the guest list of all the authors, in which she could easily eliminate Dan's on the list there. But when they hang up, she throws the list in the garbage, and that's it. And Dan arrives, and he says, here, Blair, I got you lunch.
So sweet.
It's so sweet. And even so, she's like, oh, okay, I'm glad I threw that away. Yeah. Thanks so much.
He makes a comment, I didn't poison it.
Yeah, it's so good. So later on, Epperly is talking to Dan about how well he's fitting in here. And his friend is a tad competitive, though. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Epperly realizes that Blair might be behind some of the stunts that she was pulling throughout the day. And Patch realizes that Blair is Blair and is probably scheming to sabotage him right at this very moment. And so he decides to pick up the phone and cancel her author. Sabotaging it, but he thinks she's sabotaging him.
Right.
Still not okay, but you know.
Right. I also like that Epperly appreciated his loyalty.
Yeah.
He did not, sell her down or anything.
He didn't. Right.
And she was like, all right, I see you. You're loyal to your friend.
Right.
Okay.
And he doesn't correct her.
No, that's what I'm saying.
My friend.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So Blair is working the door at the party, and I feel like we do have to mention this very quick scene of Chair. Chuck arrives single, solo, and he's like surprised to see her working at the door, but she's like, I got an internship. And he's like, great. Like, good for you.
You're going to be editor by May.
By May. You're awesome. And she's like, I know. Like, they just looked at each other like mutual respect, and we feel like comfortable, like also like good for you.
He loves her so much and she loves him, but this was, and you can tell in this scene of like there's just the utmost admiration.
Yeah, he's like, wow, good for you. Look at you, girl.
So good.
I'm so proud.
This was a good chair moment.
Yeah, and she's like, I know you're proud. Thanks.
Yeah.
It was sweet. I like this. So Dan and Blair meet up at the party, and Dan assumes Blair ruined the plan. He assumes she sabotaged him until Jeremiah Harris does eventually show, and Blair's author is nowhere to be found. So now she knows, oh shit, Dan did sabotage me, and he thought she was going to do it back, but then of course she's angry and she watches Epperly and Dan and Jeremiah walk away, and she's like, shit, he did it again. He keeps one-upping her, and this is her like dream internship.
Yeah.
Sucks. So Blair confronts Dan about sabotaging, and she threatens to tell Epperly what he did, but he begs her not to. I need this. I need this internship. And they both start to like comically hurt each other. I put hurt in like quotes because it's not really like
play fighting.
Like playfully, but then they like wrestle each other down to the ground and like slapping and pushing noses in and whatever. And Epperly, of course, comes over and is like, you're both fired, okay? Pack your shit. As she should, because they embarrassed her.
When Stefano walks in,
and he walks over them,
and no one gets a moment with him ever, as they were saying in the whole episode.
Right?
And he's like, "What the hell is happening on the floor here?"
He's like, "I'm on the list."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Back at the W, Blair and Dan are packing up their desks, and she explains Eleanor did not get her this job or internship. She worked really, really hard. She sent her resume to every single printer in the building. There was over 300 printers. And this was her number one choice. And it's clear that Dan doesn't have a passion for this place. He just fell into it. And this is what she wanted.
Yeah.
And he didn't realize that this is her number one choice. And he feels really badly that she worked so hard, except Blair obviously is like, you Of course you assume.
Like, why would you think that?
Yeah, and so she guesses they weren't really friends at all. Oh, pair her. So Dan immediately then calls Epperly to explain everything about Blair and what had happened. So the next day, Blair and Serena are eating breakfast, and they're also discussing like the demise of Dan, how she's going to take him down. And Blair gets a call from Epperly telling her that her internship is back on because Dan put the call in. He was responsible for the whole thing, making things right. But it's unfortunately too late for Pear.
Yeah.
And Blair considers calling Dan. You see her finger scroll over, but she doesn't do it, which I was proud of. Like, no, be your own true self. And she proceeds to tell Epperly, he was never my friend.
Oh, no.
I know, it hurt me.
We have rotten pear now.
A
We
rotten
went from a really fresh one to a rotten one.
Oh, man. It's got bruises.
That sucks.
Yeah. It's sad, but Dan did a shitty thing.
He did. He thought he was playing Blair's
he was
game.
playing the game, but Blair is hopefully maturing.
Like when he looked at that sheet of paper and he just saw the numbers, I think it just like resonated in him.
Yeah.
The phone
He's
numbers.
like, oh, that's what Blair would do. So
yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last thing, unfortunately, we have to sum up is Chuck, Nate, and Howie.
Who?
Three amigos.
No, just kidding.
Who? So Chuck has been sleeping with Raina. I don't really care.
No.
Raina, you need to be better than this.
Well, also she's controlling the narrative.
She definitely is,
Yeah.
which is the only saving grace of this whole thing. So they don't discuss business. They just like dirty talk.
Right.
You know? And he heads back to the Empire after being, I guess, at Raina's for a little bit to find a very upset Nate. Because it seems as though Howie has gotten himself a new job at Russell Thorpe's company as his financial advisor, who we know is Chuck's sworn enemy at this point.
Why would this man hire Howie? Why would someone hire?
They're old friends.
No.
Well, Nate's like, Dad, wait,
hello?
why would you betray Chuck? So later on, Chuck meets up with Raina at the hotel and asks her to fire Howie. And he accuses her of doing this behind his back, in which she replies that Howie and Russell, like we said, are old friends. And Chuck, you're getting a little too emotional in this and uptight. And he then tries to like do the nasty with her. And she's like, I'm good.
No thanks.
Yeah, I don't like to be blamed for things I didn't do. So,
and also let's not mix pleasure with business.
Yeah. So at the party later on, Chuck meets Raina, who has brought a date with her. And Raina is upset that Chuck didn't trust her. And since she always tells the truth, and he tells her, why would I trust you? I can't trust you because this is my father's legacy on the line. And she doesn't even care. She's like, I'm not even interested anymore.
Yeah, no.
In business or pleasure.
Yeah, goodbye.
Goodbye. I wish that was the end of it, but it wasn't.
Me too.
So later on that night, Howie asks Nate if he was fired because he asked Chuck to do so. And Nate says, well, Dad, how could you trust the Thorpes? Why would you go behind, Chuck's back? And he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. Chuck's sleeping with Raina anyway. It's the news in the hot gossip at the office. It's like, what? Howie, shut up. And Nate admits that maybe the Thorpes are trying to use you, Dad. And Howie, of course, doesn't want to hear that. He doesn't want to go wash toilets, so he storms out and leaves. So the next day, Nate tries to call his dad's hotel wherever he's staying, but apparently he's checked out. Where did he go?
Yeah.
We then pan to Russell's office, and Russell agrees to hire Howie back. And Howie promises there is no conflict here, obviously betraying Chuck and Nate. Like, I don't care what happens here. I'm on your number one man.
He'll do anything.
He'll do anything for Russell. And then Chuck sees Raina, and she informs him that, look, I wasn't sugarcoating it with you. My dad's literally going to do anything he can to take down your company, so
yeah.
I'm not lying here. I'm telling you the awful truth. And Chuck's like, I know. I should have listened to you. And he's like, but can we just keep doing this? And they kiss, and they're going to probably meet up later.
She is a female version of how Chuck operates.
Yes.
Because she already has someone, she has her date.
She's like, he's in a towel in my bathroom, but maybe later.
And she kisses him. She kisses Chuck. She's like, we'll talk later.
Yeah, well, what was his name? Steve Fuji or something? It's terrible.
I just was like Fujifilm.
And it was Fujifilm, yeah.
What was his name? I don't remember his first name.
I don't remember his name.
But
Marcus?
yeah, but at least she's controlling it. And I think, honestly, Chuck is just bored. And he's trying
he's desperate to know anything about his dad's company.
Right. And he's trying not to mix business with pleasure. And he says he'll be fine with it and he can control it and won't, but I don't see it going well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's my summary. So stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be on with Babs and Maria.
Yeah. On Friday, May 7th, we are hosting a virtual pop culture trivia night with prizes and reliving the best of the first decade of 2000. This is a special event going on our Patreon for our Upper East Siders tier to attend. We do monthly events like this, so if you're interested, please check out TotalBettingMedia.com. We're so grateful for all of our listeners and truly appreciate every pledge over on our Patreon. Not only does it help us grow, but it supports us tremendously, and in return, you get some pretty sweet perks for pledging. Again, if you're interested, visit TotalBettingMedia.com for more information. Just a quick note before we go into our conversation with Babs and Maria. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, so you are going to notice a difference in the audio, but hopefully this won't stand in the way because Babs and Maria were hysterical and we loved talking with them.
All right, welcome back from break. I am so excited because right now we are in the presence of Maria and Babs from What's Your Problema podcast. Welcome, ladies.
Hey, girls.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
This is so exciting. We were just informed that neither of them have ever watched Gossip Girl except for this episode. So this is such an interesting take. I am so excited to talk about
This is all very shocking. Look, if you tell me to do something, I might do it. And this time I did. So I watched that one episode.
That is amazing. I'm so excited for this. So
I think speechless but have all the words at the same time.
Yeah, so they are newbies along with Michelle, and they're going to predict along with Michelle, and this is going to be good.
Yeah, so before we get into the questions from our listeners, you sent some takeaway thoughts.
Which I was laughing so hard.
We love them. So let's discuss the food situation. So all the restaurants on the table and the eggs, and no one else is eating except Serena's mom, who is Lily. So
yeah, always so much food on Gossip Girl, but nobody ever touches it.
Yeah, this is so concerning. Like, this topic is near and dear to our hearts.
Same.
Why is all of this food wasted? Are the eggs hard boiled or are they raw? Because they're piled on. I'm like, they could crack and just spill all over the place. What is going on here? That is a brave set person putting those props down.
They have to be hard boiled, right?
They have to. But then that means that they smell.
Oh yeah.
So true.
Oh. So fake eggs.
A lot of issues. Yeah.
Unless they're fake, completely fake plastic eggs. Or remember when Sam used to blow the inside of the egg out?
Oh yeah. Did you ever do that?
Oh yeah.
Her sister used to do that like around Easter when we would dye eggs and she would blow, like crack the hole and blow out the middle. It's disgusting.
Yeah, totally.
It was, maybe they did
That's way too much work. Can't you just buy the plastic egg?
Probably, yeah.
As a novelty.
Yeah. You would poke them and like drain out the yolk, or I guess blow it out. I've never it out. Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
it's a lot of wind power.
Yeah,
it's not when it's like you gotta blow hard.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, I can't even blow up balloons because I feel like I just get lightheaded, and I'm like, I've got 3 balloons I can do, and I'm done before I faint.
That's why you gotta get that machine that you can just pump it. Even that's exhausting after a while.
You gotta pump. Oh my god, everything is just tired. So props to whoever is taking care of these eggs on Gossip.
And also the coffee cups are always empty.
Every show though, right?
Every show, but I don't know. It angered me I was like, here we go. Yet another show where there is no liquid in these coffee cups. I think we're so used to seeing empty coffee cups on like police shows and like investigative dramas. And I was really hoping that on Gossip Girl, it would be different. But here they come with the tilted coffee cups. I'm like, you guys, put some water in there. Yeah, they're like talking with it, swinging it around.
Do you think that they have microphones in the coffee cups for sound? The only reason why I say that is because my boyfriend and I are avid Impractical Jokers watchers. Do you guys watch that show? And they walk around with coffee cups a lot because there's hidden microphones in there, but they're empty coffee cups. So I'm like, now is really not convinced.
My face is the Zoom's not frozen. But they use a boom.
They do use a boom. So, but then why just have an empty coffee cup if it's not for a purpose of holding a microphone in there?
You know, it's funny. So for my job, I'm an assistant, and my boss, I have to photograph my boss at certain times, and she'll hold, if she's posing with a mug, I'm like, no, you got to tilt it. You got to tilt it because it's be an empty mug. I'm like, it looks empty. We got to put
it has to have some weight.
If you just put a little water in it, which you said,
you would be cautious of
this is kind of, I think I'm going to bring this tip to work. Be like, let's just put water in it.
Yeah, and definitely. Then I feel like sometimes you get an actor or actress that's kind of conscious of it, but most times they're just like, it's flopping every which way. Right. You're like, clearly there's no coffee in there.
Yeah. You know, what if there was a mic and you didn't know and you pour water and like a little mini electrocution fire?
That would be awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so your thoughts on Dan? Seems like a nice guy, so when I first started watching Gossip Girl, Dan is played by Penn Badgley.
Yes.
I could not get it right, and I call him Padge Bentley, which I still think that's his name. And so
I love that.
As
we have to both now think about what his actual name is. Right. Padge so much.
So as I'm reading your thought, I'm like, no, Padge. Okay.
Did you guys watch You?
Did we watch You?
Yeah, so Penn Badgley, he's like the star of the show called You, in which he's like this psycho stalker.
Oh my God. I can see that.
And so now
he looks very nice / psycho killer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which is You.
Which is the show You. So it kind of fits that you made that prediction.
Great. We knew it. I'm impressed. I'm impressed by us.
Yeah.
And so currently he is single, because I know you're wondering that.
Yes. But he used to date Serena.
Yes. That in real life.
Mm-hmm. Yes, in real life, but on the show as well.
Oh, see, I knew that. I did a little digging.
Yeah. So they dated for, I think, a year on the show, in quotations, I'm going to put that. And they also share a half brother.
On the show, right?
Yes, and on the show, and now their parents are married. Lily and Rufus. So Rufus is Dan and Jenny, who you will never see, dad, and Lily is Serena and Eric's mother, but now they're married. So now Serena and Dan are technically half siblings or step siblings. It's fucked up. Yeah.
That's very odd. Was this necessary?
No.
The writers, did you need this?
You didn't need it.
We say it every week. We say it every week. How so many things.
Yeah, but he is currently single on the show. However, Michelle and I would love if him and Blair got together. They have very good vibes, good energy.
They do. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. They have that joyful kind of mischievous kind of thing. But then in the end, at least in this episode, he kind of takes care of her from everything. From everything we've seen, we've decided. Right.
Okay. So I love this though. So first impressions on Blair.
Yeah.
A little bit annoying. I was going to say the exact same. Very, very needy, but kind. Yeah. Kind, and is obviously kind of searching for some real recognition and validation, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. And this is the 4th season. There are 6, and we're just starting to see this like nicer, softer side of Blair. So she was like queen bee in her high school, super nasty to everyone. Serena and her are like best friends, but they're really like frenemies. And so it's nice for us to see her grow in this episode where she didn't sabotage Dan, because she normally would have.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense that this would be where they've landed after a few seasons, you know?
Yeah.
With her arc or whatever.
Right.
Did she get offered she didn't get offered the job, but she stayed, right?
Yeah, so now she gets to keep the internship, but Dan, I guess, has to figure out something else to do for his internship, which is so funny that they ended up going to the same internship or getting accepted to the same internship.
Right. So. Did you know that, anyway? Did you know that was going to happen? That it was going to happen? No, not at all, because I didn't know any history behind it.
I don't know any history either. I'm just
like, what do you mean?
When they like ran into each other and they're like, oh, I have this, I have that. And see, I was like, well, I knew it was a thing. Like, I knew that they had built up this moment.
Were you surprised when he walked in the room?
No, because I didn't know the guy. Were you? I don't know.
I don't know. As people who watch the show, it, to me, I guess was predictable, that he would walk through the door. Because Blair is so secretive about her internship, and he says, oh, fine, I won't tell you what mine is. And therefore we get that reveal. So, yeah.
Let's talk about Chuck. And well, I absolutely love that you're asking if he's a vampire, because I say this every single episode.
He is.
Are you serious?
Every single. He is clearly a vampire.
He talks very low. You can't understand what he says. He looks cold.
Yes. He looks a little blue, like we've been talking about our limbs. His demeanor, his jawline, I don't know. He's the perfect, like, evil vampire.
Yeah, which essentially is Chuck in a nutshell, an evil vampire. He and Blair used to date.
Oh, wow. That's
very toxic, however, because they both are very power hungry, like to play these weird games with each other and others. So now they're broken up, and she seems to be on the up and up. He is too, but in a different way. We don't have the highest opinion
we don't
of
love
him on this
Chuck.
show.
He's kind of
asshole. He's kind of he's nasty most of the time. He's that quintessential powerful business guy who's a dick that uses women, and he's not really redeemable.
Apparently he grows because people love him, but I'm still waiting for the situation to occur. So And what's funny about the vampire situation also is a couple episodes back, him and Blair would have these meetings and they would touch, and she'd be like, you're so cold. And I'm like, did anybody see this?
Exactly.
Oh my god. Then they had this scene where they like made out on this piano, and he like went in with his like a mouth, and it looked like he was biting her neck.
I'm gonna turn you.
Goodness. Oh my god.
So we're not the only ones.
Sort of spoiler.
What?
Is this gonna be a spoiler at the end of the season where we find out he is?
Gosh, I would hope so. That would make the show so much better.
Yeah, creepy vampire, cold looking, cold vibes all around.
Definitely. I love to get your hot take on Serena Vanderwoodson.
Which one is Serena? Serena is the blonde.
Blonde, Blake Lively,
The one we've been talking about this whole time. No, we were talking about Blair. No, I know we were talking about Blair, but before that. Now we're fighting about a show we know nothing about. That's why we're fighting. Because we don't know anything. I feel like she feels like someone that is being forced to be like a main character, but I'm like, what is your point again? Right. Like, I don't know what she's about. She's so like soft-spoken and like empathetic and concerned about everybody, and speaks so lovely. And like her tongue is swollen. I don't know. But it sounds so nice. I really like it.
Oh,
but who are
so
But
obsessed.
I'm not sure what her point is.
Like, who are you? You know?
I don't know.
Is she the glue?
But she doesn't know. She doesn't know who she is.
Oh my God, then this is perfect. Then good job.
You guys are like hitting the nail on the head.
I know. You really captured the essence of these characters in one episode.
Why? Really because they never change.
True.
Really.
They don't change.
You can watch any episode and they pretty much stay the same.
The core
is the same. It's just fucking the stupid bridesmaids conversation we're having again. Oh, people change. Oh, I don't think they really change. Like,
oh my God, I love it. Well, sometimes they do.
Sometimes they do, but do they really? Like,
I love it.
These people to the core, besides I feel like Blair at this point, their core stays the same. So Serena, she's always like, we call her the golden retriever of the show. Like she's always in like La La Land.
Totally.
She's always falling for a guy she shouldn't. She's always getting wrapped up in the guy's situation. She's never like owning her own storyline. It's always about a guy. And it's very frustrating to watch as women and as like, we feel like her mom or like, Serena, come on, get it together. So the fact that you feel like, who is she? We don't know who she is either.
Great. Then we're on the same page.
Who's left? Nate. So Nate had some daddy issues.
Which
Nate's
one is he? One of the little ones?
Really pretty one.
Really pretty one. He was having the daddy issues with his dad wanting to work for the company.
Oh.
He's usually in it more, but this season, not so much.
Okay. I just saw him appear on my screen every 15 minutes or so. And he was there like 3 times and he seemed very upset. And I was just like, great.
Generally the case.
He has a problem with his dad and he's trying to protect him and he got him fired. That sucks. Yeah. And then that was
That's all I remember about him.
Well, yeah.
That's it.
There's really not much else to go off of with Nate. He kind of, unfortunately, is used as like this, another kind of golden retriever. He's like, I'm everyone's friend, but they don't really give him a storyline. And he's always wrapped up also with like who he's like doing that week and or not.
Yeah, he popped up very model-esque and then was pretty. Not that significant.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I love this. This is so good.
We should do this every week with someone who's never seen the show, just one episode.
So if you guys had to pick like a favorite character just based off this episode, who would you pick?
I'm going to go. Where is he? Oh, you have notes?
Of course I have notes.
Wow.
Love a prepared girl.
the guy that jumped in to defend Serena's brother.
Ben.
Yes.
Yeah. So the tea with Ben is he is or was Serena's boarding school teacher.
Yes, I caught that.
And they had some flirtiness. However, nothing happened. But in order for Serena to get into a good school, her mom used their situation as sort of leverage. So she claimed that he raped her. It's so fucked up. And so he went to jail for 3 years.
He did? So I was hearing something happen. And then Serena's mom, she got that envelope with money. And I'm like trying to piece stuff together. Yeah. And then the dad and the whatever. Oh my God, am I spoiling things? I don't know.
No.
But you just said the dad and whatever. You said at all. Did I spoil it?
Nothing at all.
Didn't even finish. But I don't know. So I gathered that something very messed up and dramatic had happened, but I really liked him. I didn't believe that he was all that threatening when he went up to, is it Damien?
Yeah, Damien.
I was like, you're not that threatening, but I appreciate the effort.
Okay. I like
Wait,
that.
Is this the same guy that was looking for a job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? He went up to the help wanted sign. It was a very dramatic end to that scene. Why do I not remember that? I don't know.
Zoomed in.
I was like, can we go any slower?
Yeah, I didn't
like he walked out of where he was.
I thought he might have looked back at Serena, like in longing. Maybe I should stay.
No, it's the help wanted.
It was the help wanted.
Yeah. Was that when he said something about the farm? Like he was going to leave.
He's going to Ithaca to work on his friend's organic farm.
Right. Yeah. I did.
It was a lie.
That line is
But it was a lie.
Who wrote that? Yeah. I wrote down a note that said, I appreciate the nice man attacking the drug. That was my note.
I love it. So it's been hard for us actually, because in the beginning of this season, he and his sister were kind of blackmailing Serena, even though Serena had no idea, because her mom got him arrested. He thought Serena got him arrested. So we have to see this different side of him now. So the fact that you picked him as one of your favorites, it's kind of tricky for us because we've seen him be really evil too.
Yeah. And I'm like, he's a hero. Wow. We saw potential in him.
Right. Yeah. And so, but the writers have made this like very quick, sharp flip for this character. So we're not really sure if we're supposed to just all of a sudden like him. So
apparently we do.
Yeah.
We're sold.
Babs, would you think he's your favorite character as well?
No. I think I really liked what's his name who we were talking about? Internship guy. Dan. I really liked Dan. Obviously I'm supposed to like him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever. I'm a sucker. I liked him. He was my favorite. He also, you know why I liked him is because he's a well-rounded character. Like I understood what he wanted.
Yeah.
He reacted big when he got what he wanted or when he didn't, whether it's in the writing or whatever. But then there's like the other golden retrievers and I'm like, well, what do you want?
Right.
So I like that he was like bold and set and you always knew how he felt about things and he's cute. So,
yeah.
I
totally agree. Yeah.
Love
that. All right, should we go into
let's get into some questions.
Okay, so Will wants to know, will Blair and Dan ever make it right again?
I think they will, but see, I really wanted them to date and have like an awkward kiss situation. Like, oh, this is probably not going to work, but we kissed anyway. I think they'll become friends again.
How soon or how long?
Like 2 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think they'll become friends again?
Friends or date?
Or either.
Yes. They just went through something together. And they came out of it like, okay, you know, when you experience something with someone, you have this bond now, or you think you do.
Right. Friends, definite maybe. Anything more? I don't think so.
Okay. I like that answer.
It's a good answer.
Too different. Yeah, no, they're just, I don't think so. I think she's too power hungry and she's more focused on like getting what she wants instead of like some nice,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been her MO in the past. So I don't ever see that changing or changing, quickly. Audrey Ann Marie says, were you expecting the internship arc?
I wasn't actually. I'm glad we're showing him back in school and doing something.
Yeah, so for the longest time, we started out this season where Dan thought he had a kid. I'm laughing because I forgot and I just reminded myself that's actually really fucking funny.
That's traumatizing.
Yeah, so he thought he had a baby with an evil character and she ended up telling him that it wasn't his. And so he like kind of was like going to school, but not really. So he's supposed to be going to NYU. But we haven't seen him at school like this entire season. So, and we're on episode 13.
Right.
So it was nice to see him actually doing something for his career.
Yeah.
Yeah. Audrian also wants to know, do you think Ben is really a changed man?
I actually, yes. No, I don't know.
He looked very sad. He looked very sad. Having watched one episode, I'm going to say 100% he's a changed man.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like just the difference in how he is. However, okay, so he obviously knows he can't be with Serena. He's trying to get away from her, but also he's trying to stay in the city too.
Right. What is his motives really true?
Right. Like, I don't want to be with you, but I'm going to stay close and watch you.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there.
Like a stalker.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be living with Dan in the loft. That's so bizarre to me.
That's a weird situation. That should not have happened. That is not healthy. And Padge has no idea.
No, he doesn't even know.
Keys, right?
Yeah, he took the keys.
Yeah.
How you don't even know this person, like, and you just hand them, here's keys to my apartment. Like, that's not okay.
No, it's not.
Whatever. She also wants to know, is it trouble in paradise for Lily and Rufus?
I was talking about this. I don't know how these two are still married, Lily and Rufus, because of Lily's all of her shit every week. And he's like, oh, we're not going to rock the boat tonight. She's been through enough. So it's like, we'll reset tomorrow and stress her out then. So but would they divorce him? So Lily's been married 5 times.
Yeah, this
Serena's
is her
mother.
5th marriage.
Yeah. And Rufus has been married once before, and him and Lily have a past, and that's why they got back together again. I think
they don't seem interested in each other.
There's no romance.
I know at this point, it's sad because when we first started the show out, Rufus was still married to his ex-wife, and she was in the process of getting married to someone else, and then they ended up falling back in love with each other after years, and then they got married. And so you did see it, but now it's like very stale. And Lily is clearly the most untrustworthy person on the show at this point.
She's doing too much.
So we liked her in the start of the season, and now as it progresses, it's like we go in waves with her because she's always starting shit in every season. There's a few episodes where she's good, and then a few episodes where she turns it around. And so it's very frustrating to watch.
She's super sneaky.
Yes.
Yeah.
She seems very unstable. Is she on drugs?
Possibly.
She gives off that vibe. She's just like unstable.
Yeah.
That would be a good twist.
Yeah, that would be a good twist.
Right? We don't know, but secretly she's been on pills this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damien's her dealer.
Damien's her dealer.
Oh my God, Damien.
Yeah. So she also wants to know, for every plot that is happening now, so I guess Chuck and Bass Industries, Raina, Nate and his dad, Pear, I guess, and
Serena
and Ben. How long do you see these progressing?
Oh boy.
How short? How long? How many episode arcs? Do you have predictions?
Okay, so Damien, I think 2 episodes were done.
Okay.
I think Pear also is like probably 1 more episode, probably done though. I think Blair, we're just going to see her flourish in her internship.
Okay.
I think the Serena and Ben situation will continue until Juliet comes back. Juliet is Ben's sister, who was a part of the revenge plan.
Where is she?
She's like living in Connecticut right now.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Yeah. Well,
that's her hometown.
That's her hometown. And she was pretty much like exiled to it, like stay there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because she tried to blackmail Serena. It's a whole big story. But
these people, wow.
These
Such
lives.
Exciting lives.
So many lives.
And then I think the Thorpe and Bass Industries will go to the end of the season.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this will be the big story for them.
What about like Chuck and Raina? Will that continue? I mean, who gives a shit?
I don't give a shit. Like, I really don't care.
That storyline is so on the back burner. Who cares about that?
Yeah.
She's the one who had the guy in the towel, and he came to that was. I'm like, this is not interesting.
No, it's not, and it continues to stay pretty stale.
Like, good for her for owning the narrative, but also no.
No, we don't care.
No,
we don't care about
him. Yeah, we hate him.
Right, we hate him. That's right. We hate him.
And the way he still like kisses her before. Oh God. You're not cool. Like, this doesn't make you look cool. You
gives me the chills. Like, I want to bomb.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, no.
Totally.
No. Mike asks, if you were the writers and had a chance to kill one of the core characters in the finale of season 4, who would it be?
I think Babs and Maria should answer this
just
question.
From this one episode. Who did you dislike the most? Who would you like to see dead?
Well, it would have to also be someone that the people really care about.
Yeah, it should be, right?
That way, like, I really get them. I wouldn't want to kill anyone that I necessarily dislike. I think we kill Serena's mom.
Oh,
because I think that would like crumble everything. Well, it would like this show is already a shit show. So like, this is how you make it just completely spiral. Yeah.
I think that's a perfect answer, right?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I would have to go with that as well. I feel like out of everyone, she would probably make the most impact on the characters.
Yeah.
Right. But the audience would be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And have to move on. Yeah. That would be really good. Good choices.
Yeah, that's a really good choice.
Vic, Babs and Maria. Oh, this is funny because hello, Vic. She wanted to know how you felt about Jenny and Vanessa, but you have never met Jenny and Vanessa.
Jenny and Vanessa seem perfectly fine in my book. That's about it.
I love that. So these are probably the two most controversial characters on this show in a way where the fandom absolutely hate them. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yes.
So, and I just stood by their side.
Well, I stand by Jenny's side.
Yeah.
I love Jenny, and I have been known to defend Vanessa. So,
yeah. And these are, when the show came out, it was 2008. So,
yeah.
I feel like the fandom, they have kind of stuck to their guns with what they originally felt, and they don't really accept anyone else's opinions in there.
Yeah.
So we're kind of like the moms who were like, but she's just a kid, and you know, her actions, and she's just trying to be
she's misunderstood.
So
and they're like, no accountability,
right?
Yeah, so it's funny that she asked that question because Vic's actually also a newbie, and so she doesn't really hate Jenny or Vanessa either. So we're all kind of trying to figure out why everyone hates them so much. Yeah. She also wants to know, how do we feel about Damien, and will he become a bigger villain? I mean, you predicted you think he's gone in 2 episodes. So
I do. What do you think of Damien?
I really don't like him. I don't think he's interesting. He's very generic as a person. And I'm like, you've never dealt a drug in your life. Like, could we have this guy do some character study? I just like,
right?
I don't buy it.
Yeah,
I
actually,
don't buy
really
it either. He doesn't look, and I'm not saying you need to look I'm not looking for like tattoos and piercings, but like, he just doesn't look the part.
No,
I don't see it.
He's, I think, a Belgium or Dutch ambassador's son.
Right.
And so his dad apparently is this very powerful guy. And in 2 episodes ago, we saw kind of like a history of him where he was this like goody two-shoes kind of nerd-esque boy who loves Serena, of course, because everyone does.
Right.
And he kind of turned. We don't know why he turned, but
we don't know yet.
He's now this drug dealer.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes off very golfing outfit and cardigan over the shoulders kind of guy.
Yeah.
So it's hard to buy that he's dealing drugs. And also, what were the drugs?
It was like Adderall and sleeping pills.
Like lots of
pills.
I
heard what? I heard the kid say sleeping pills, but I was like, is he lying? I don't know. It was just so like Saved by the Bell. Like, it was like, I'm sorry, my allergy pills put me to sleep. Yeah. You know, like, is he just slanging allergy pills?
Yeah.
This fucking Target up and up version, the pink one.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Like, that knocks me out. He's just selling these kids.
Yeah, I don't think he doesn't have like coke or like heroin. I think he just has like the pills.
And he was selling
like opioids or he got them from like Lily. Remember when she had her headaches?
Oh yeah,
but then we found out she had cancer.
Fake cancer.
Fake cancer. Guys, you missed a lot with that.
It's for the best.
It was for the best.
What episode is that?
That's season 3.
Yeah, it's for the best.
That was a hot mess.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, he gets these pills from around, but I don't think it's like a very
I don't know,
generic kind of drug dealer. He doesn't. He sucks.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Vic also wants to ask, do you think Ben and Serena will eventually get together? I fucking hope not. I really hope not. And I know what happens. And I still hope not.
They have never dated?
No, but he clearly has a thing for her.
And I think she clearly.
Oh, but she
I think
always.
they will. I think they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see how you avoid that.
Yeah, I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't want to do it either.
Selfishly for me.
It's just like Serena falls for every single boy. Like her heart, she's always in love. So every episode, it's kind of like, we can't really believe you, Serena. You love, which is fine.
And she always says, I was really starting to fall for him. Every season, every couple episodes. I'm really starting to fall for him. Of course you are. Of course you are.
Of course you are.
I can't with her.
So yeah, her and Ben will get together. I just won't like it.
No, we'll complain every minute of every second. Yeah. Angelina, how are we feeling about Blair's growth? I'm feeling good.
I love it. Yes, Blair, grow.
Yeah.
Been waiting for this for 4 seasons.
We've been waiting for a long time for this.
That's hilarious.
I just thought this was how she was. So great.
To a point.
Like to the core, she does have a heart, but we haven't seen it really until much later in the show.
Yeah.
So it's been a journey. I'm starting to really appreciate her, where I feel like for the past 3 seasons, it's been rough for me.
Yeah.
Tish asks, do you think the rewrite of Ben redeemed him? I did a poll on Instagram.
I love it.
We did. Didn't we talk about this? And we weren't sure. If this redeems, if that redemption could happen.
So the Ben redemption, it was 43% yes, but 57% no. So he's not redeemed in our listeners' eyes.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. Okay.
Yeah,
he did some pretty evil shit.
He did, but that aside,
right?
They're trying too hard to make him good,
right?
So I don't like that. Babs and Maria, will you watch the reboot of Gossip Girl? So, being that you've never seen the original Gossip Girl, I don't know if you'd be interested in watching all these new kids come in and do the reboot of Gossip Girl.
I would like to watch a reboot of the exact episode, line for line, episode 14, of what we saw.
How funny would that be? It'd be so fun.
Yeah.
I want to see if the drugs have been altered to something more realistic.
I'm sure they have been. It's HBO, so they're going to do whatever they want.
Yeah, they're going to bring it. It's going to be heroin.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, do we know who is did this reboot happen already?
It's in production still. I think it's set to release this year, but I don't know because of the pandemic if they will.
Wait, so the casting and everything, we already know who's cast?
Yes. So Kristen Bell is still going to be the voice of Gossip Girl. She's not actually Gossip Girl on the show because she's not in the show.
Right.
But she was, I think, set to be the voice of Gossip Girl in the reboot. And from what I understand, now I haven't researched it enough, but I mean, our listeners know I talk about this all the time. I haven't researched it enough, but I think it's set to be in our time, but the characters are the same if they do make an appearance. But the kids are not supposed to be set up as them.
Right.
It's just another generation of them.
Okay. Kind of Saved by the Bell, the new class.
Saved by the Bell, the new class. And sometimes they make new appearances, but it's not set to be that's Chuck, that's Blair, that,
Yeah. Got it.
We won't, I'm assuming we'll get very similar storylines because, you could do whatever you want with that.
It's New York City with social media and rich kids.
You could do a lot with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is all of our questions.
Thank you.
My God. We did it.
You guys did it. It was such a pleasure to hear from 2 newbies who literally have no idea what's happening. And this is amazing to get your takes on it, because pretty much the gist of what you got is
you nailed it.
Show.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
It's so funny because last night after I watched it, because of course I waited till the last possible moment.
Of course.
I text her and I was like, okay, send me your takeaways and I'll just put a little something together. And she sent them to me and I'm like, those are literally my fucking yeah. Like we had issues with the food. We had issues with the drinks.
Yeah. With the vampires.
They were all the, so I just like intertwined our words. I'm like, this.
You meshed it together.
We watched it completely separately.
Yeah, totally.
I have to ask though, are you curious who Gossip Girl is? Do you have a thought on who it is? And are you going to Google it?
I'm so curious. No idea.
It would be really hard for you to even predict.
Yeah, because it wasn't very present in this episode.
Yeah, this was not a good Gossip Girl episode.
Okay, but so Gossip Girl is one person throughout the whole thing?
Well.
I love Michelle's like.
Yes. It's intended to be one specific person. Yes.
Okay.
If you had to guess, just from this episode alone, who do you think it would be?
Somebody who was either like all up in there involved.
Yeah.
Or someone
but based on their reactions.
Shadows.
Based on their reactions, I'm going to go with someone who wasn't very involved.
Someone in the shadows.
Is it Russ? Is that
Russ?
Right? Is that his name?
Rufus?
Stepfather Rufus.
I was like, Russ
is the Shelbyville. The Shelbyville version.
Rufus.
The Simpsons.
First of all, Rufus is a fucked up name, but Russ is not even a name. I think it's the name. I think I read it in a book when I was a child.
It just makes me think of Friends. Yeah,
Russ. Like, that's like russet potato.
Okay. Yeah, russet potato.
Russ. Rufus.
Rufus.
It's not Rufus.
Okay, who do you think it is?
That.
Well, I'm trying to think way outside the box.
Don't think outside the box. They don't think outside the box in Gossip Girl.
Okay, so who is it?
That's true.
It's what's her face? Blair.
Okay.
That's too easy. That's way too easy.
She's like, that's okay, then who's
in the middle then? If it's not Russ and it's not Blair.
God, I don't know.
Oh my God, is it Blair's brother? No.
I
don't know why that was such like a thing for me. Serena. Wow. Okay, my brain is just like expiring now.
We're good. We're good.
I love it. It's Russ.
It's Russ. And that's who it's gonna stay.
Yeah. Let's make it Russ's Gossip Girl.
God.
Let's keep this in the pod. Let's just bring up Russ.
Yeah.
Okay. Every week, let's talk about Russ.
Every episode, how is Russ doing? What is he up to?
We should have our listeners make fanfic of who Russ is in the story.
Yes.
Love it.
That would be funny.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
Yeah, you guys heard it here first, okay?
Yeah.
But seriously, guys, thank you so much for being here. It was really a blast.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Do you think you'll watch Gossip Girl? Or
I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to watch at least a episode of the reboot. But now I really want to watch the episode after the one that we're discussing.
Oh.
I want to see what happens. I want to see what Ben does. Wait, is the next one the season finale?
No. There's 22 episodes of the season, so we're more than halfway, but not that close to the end.
It's a long season.
It is long.
Watch the season finale and see who's still alive. Right.
That would be good.
Die.
If you really want to do something funny, you should watch the series finale, because they'll tell you who Gossip Girl is in the series finale.
Oh.
It might be a good episode. They might wrap up so much shit and you're like, wait, this makes so much sense.
There'll be like 80 characters we don't even
right. You'll be like, wait, who's that? But it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, that would be really funny.
Love it.
But if you guys do end up watching, definitely send us some takeaways. We would love to read them, and I'm sure everyone else is curious.
So. I hope they'll put water in the coffee cups for the reboot.
Yeah, I hope so.
Got to do something.
We should tweet at them, right?
Yeah.
Like put
Hey,
some
Josh
water in there.
And some water.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. This is what we learned would help.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Yay.
Thank you so much, guys. It was really it was such a blast.
Thank you.
Our
pleasure. Don't be strangers. We should send you a question to answer for our podcast or something.
Yeah.
Yes, please tell us before we end. Please tell us about your podcast and plug it here. We'll put your description and the link in our show notes.
So tell us about your new podcast.
So it's called What's Your Problema, which is the word problem in Spanish, where we essentially give expert advice on just shit that we should not even be addressing. So people are like, this is my issue. This is what's going on. Please help me. And so then we do that. So we'll have you guys answer a question. Yeah, we'll have we'll just pull out a question at random from our listeners and we'll send it over to you and we'll let you solve their problema.
Oh, so
not knowing
fun.
them or anything, but just they can handle it. Just be super opinionated. Tell them what to do. That's what we do. And then they're fucking bold. Our listeners have very thick skin. They have attitude.
I love it.
I feel like I do this off mic and in my daily life anyway. Just giving the advice that you wanted or not. This is good. I love it.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. We've got it linked through our Instagram. Our joint Instagram is at Babs and Maria, and it's linked through there, so you girls can find it.
Awesome. And everyone can find it in the description of the episode and check them out. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, ladies.
So much fun with those ladies.
Yes, we had a blast.
Let's go into some awful, measly trivia. I have 2 bullet points, 7.6 on IMDb, which is not so great. And the episode was based off the movie Donnie Darko. I mean, if you couldn't predict.
We knew that, right?
But Tish, she followed through with some behind the scenes deleted scenes. So in the episode where Serena leaves a message for Ben and says, I know where you are living and I understand why you wouldn't want to talk to me after what my mother did, including trying to pay you off, but I am not like her. Of course she did. Of course she did.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one where we actually see what Eric said to Damien before Ben and Serena showed up, and Eric tells Damien the stuff he gave him earlier isn't working, and Damien was like, I guess you're ready to step up to the big leagues.
Oh, I feel like we should have seen that.
Right?
Yeah.
And the last one, Chuck is talking to Nate, and he said that with Raina, he thinks he was actually trying to use her to get information rather than actually just for sex. And Nate says he's going to try and repair his relationship with his father. Okay.
Okay.
No offense to you, Tish. That wasn't okay to you. But, you know, typical scene.
Wow.
Thanks for your help, Tish.
Thank you, Tish.
Yeah. We also had some music by Wolfgang, Mimi, Cascade, Nous Non Plus, Stars, and Everest. I did not have headbands yet again.
No headbands.
There are no headbands in season 4. Maybe Blair is maturing and we don't need headbands anymore. I loved Blair's white and navy-ish swirly dress. It was in the first scene. Yeah.
I liked her coat.
Love that
her
coat.
Tights.
Love the tights.
Her heels.
The whole outfit was great. I love those white and gold coffee mugs that Lily and Rufus are drinking out of.
Yep. I like Serena's W party dress.
Yeah, with the cutouts.
Yep.
I liked Chuck's red pea coat.
Yeah. I think we were definitely digging Padge.
Padge in the sweater looks so good.
His hair.
Yeah. So
it's all working nicely.
I had a dream about Padge. And I don't know if he was Penn Badgley or if he was Daniel Humphrey. I'm confused by it.
Let's just think
I'm just going to mesh them together as like one person.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just like dating and it was super cute. And we like go to events together. Not like parties, but like barbecues, like normal people things. And yeah, I was obviously very thirsty during my dreaming. So,
well, a couple of weeks ago, I said I wanted to dream of hair. And the next day I dreamt of them, except all I did was carry Padge's satchel.
What? You didn't tell me that.
I wrote it in the Discord.
Oh,
in our Discord chat. And I was like so happy to dream of them, but I was just a bad girl.
The satchel.
And it was a satchel, not that's what it was called.
Okay.
Padge's satchel.
Of course.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So he was looking real good in this episode.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
He's looking nice.
I love the facial hair. The hair on the head is like polished, but not too polished.
Right. Not stuck.
And he's looking toit. And he's got the nice sweater. I was just like, okay, mama, she's perched.
We clap for it.
We clap a little bit. Did you like anything else?
I think that's all I had, actually.
What about some quotes? I had a ton of quotes.
I had a lot of quotes, too.
I don't judge. Well, today I don't.
Catch the worm.
This is like living with Don Draper.
Pull out couch beats prison cot.
I will wear my most fashionable toe shoes.
Fashion is the most powerful art there is.
Your occupation hurts people.
I have never owned a scrunchie.
I love that quote. I had that too. I'm the best of the best. I'm Blair Waldorf.
You poor lost lamb.
The nutmeg foam is a Humphrey touch.
Those are Marc Jacobs and they're mustard.
Oh, look, it's Georgina's baby.
That was so good. So good.
Yeah, I loved it.
You sporadically love him.
$30,000 would hardly ruin his life. Ugh. I heard you went to the pokey for poking a student.
The more Padge grows, the lower Chuck goes, Alyssa, during our watch.
I'm going to get a t-shirt that says that. Let go of me, you classist Klingon. Yeah, I mean, you know, when we started this podcast, I always go back to what 18, 19-year-old Alyssa felt, and I was feeling all the Chuck vibes. And then as we watch this show, I go, what was I ever thinking? Not that he's not an attractive man, but the more Padge starts to look good, the lower and lower and lower my any sort of attraction for Chuck Bass goes. So sorry, Chuck. Not sorry.
Right.
All right. MVP and shittiest.
This is really tough, actually.
Yeah, it was tough. I think I have. Yeah. All right. I'll stick with this.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sure.
Okay. MVP.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, Blair.
Yeah. She was really sweet. Go, girl. You do your thing. You didn't sabotage.
You didn't sabotage growth, honey.
Yeah. And now I'm really proud that you got to go back there and make something for yourself and do that internship.
Me too.
Hopefully. I hope we're going to do this for a while.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was good.
So we had Audrey and Marie, Mike, Val, Vic and Mal. They all picked Blair like me. Will and Jillian picked Rufus, and Will also picked Dan in there because Humphreys are doing good things, as he said.
Mm-hmm.
Shittiest?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I have like 2.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, Lily.
Damien.
Yeah, but Damien's like my blue ribbon.
But Damien's a given.
Yes.
He was the clear villain in this episode.
Yeah, I'm just still a little mad at Lily.
Oh, of course. Lily's just...
It's
just not agreeing with her practices, even though she thinks this is the right thing. Damien's just like, why are you being a dick? Like, you're just being mean to be mean. You're being a dick to be a dick.
Yeah.
You have your feathers out.
What reason?
What is the reason? Because you're in love with her? Just to push a button? You have something against Ben? Ben got out and you were the one to put him in?
Right?
You had something to do with that?
Yeah. He's just bitter. Shittiest, like me, Vic picked Lily, and so did Jelance, with a side of Damien. And Mike and Will also picked Eric because he was not so good to Jonathan, and maybe he was hanging out with, what's his name? Damien, yeah. Audrey and Maria picked the Thorpes, and Mal picked Howie.
I can see that. Yeah.
Definitely. Betty of the Week time?
Yes!
You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty.
I hear the music in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, let us know. how you feel about the Betty of the Week song. It slaps, in my opinion.
I love it. Every time when I'm editing and I hear it, I dance.
You're a total Betty. Me too.
Thank you, husband.
Thank you, husband. Thank you, Teresa.
Teresa, hey girl.
AKA Trusty T. Teresa is in the Discord now. She was sent over. She's so cute. She's like, The Hills is coming back. And she DM'd us on Instagram at Total Betty Media. And I said, girl, we know this. You need to come over on the Discord. And she's like, how do I do it? I'm like, here you go. Here's the link. And she's like, I had it all the way back in Tree Hill Talk days. I didn't even know how to use it. I'm like, same girl.
We didn't use it.
We
had no idea how to use it.
No clue. But Teresa is now over on Discord. Everyone was so excited to see her.
Yeah.
Vic was like, yes, The Hills. If you guys like The Hills, Michelle and I are going to do another mini-sode, okay?
Yeah, we are. We have our bonus podcast up for Patreon only.
The Hills with Mitch and Liz.
That's right.
Yeah, The Hills New Beginnings with Mitch and Liz.
That's right.
In case you were wondering. But seriously, Teresa, we've missed you, girl. She's been working a lot. It's okay. Do your thing. Make that money.
Yes. We're happy to have you.
We're so happy to have you. We always love hearing from you, and we appreciate all of your support throughout all these years you've been with us.
Thank you,
long
Teresa.
time. So thank you, girl.
Thank you.
Okay, title for next week and 3 gossip words.
Yes.
Oh, once I give it, you're gonna be like, oh,
okay.
Another one where kind of is the title will give it away.
Oh, okay.
Title for next week, episode 14, which we're having patron Letitia on. Well, I'm so excited.
Our trivia correspondent.
Our T girl. Okay. Title for next week is Panic Roommate.
Oh.
You know.
Okay.
My last word got deleted.
Oh, no. Do you remember it?
Guys, sidebar. My last word got deleted. And I'm just sitting here laughing because I'm like, wait, what was it? Oh, I know what it was. Stupid computers. Okay.
She's got
so my 3 I'm like,
yeah.
XOXO. My 3 gossip words are 3 gossip words. Dangerous. Help. Manipulation.
Oh, she's so quick to say those. Okay. Well, obviously the roomies.
It's ridiculous.
Padge.
Whoops, she dropped her notebook.
I'm so excited about it. Padge and Ben. So Ben's moving in. He thought about it and he's like, you know what?
He thought all 2 seconds
this
about
is a good idea. Manipulation, and I think manipulation has to do with Damien. And he is going to manipulate the situation between Ben and Serena and Eric. Definitely with Eric. For sure. It could also have to do with Howie and the Thorpes.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. And then dangerous, I also feel could go with Damien and Eric, and somehow maybe they're going to be in a dangerous situation and Eric is going to need help. I think everyone's going to need help, actually.
Everyone always needs help. They should get help.
Besides, I don't think this episode will be very Blair heavy. And I don't think it will be very Padge heavy, even though the roommate situation will be like a side story happening and Padge will kind of be on the outside of it.
Yeah.
But
we definitely have a lot of Serena.
Yes. Well, because of
she's
Ben.
Involved with pretty much everything that is going on.
Yeah. And I think they're going to need some help because of Damien. Like there's going to be a situation happening with Damien and Eric. And I feel like next week, maybe Damien, or next 2 episodes will be like the last of Damien. Like, I don't think we're going to stretch this out for so long.
Okay.
Because
predict.
The fact that we brought him back and now we're doing this kind of makes me feel like we're getting to the end of him.
Right.
We've exhausted him.
Okay.
Unless we just stick around and he's our neighborhood drug dealer who just pops in a couple of times to stir shit up.
Here and there, season 5. Oh, there's Damien.
Yeah.
He's just dealing his drugs.
Right. Just dealing his drugs. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Like I said, next week, Letitia Tish, our girl, will be on. Super excited to chat with her. I have watched ahead, of course, so I know what's to come, and I'm excited for everyone to see. What about our emoji? Our emoji this week?
I'm thinking, what about a cup of coffee?
Cup of coffee would be good.
Do you have any other ideas?
I thought I had an idea. Where did I put that idea, actually?
The only reason why I was thinking coffee is because they're getting Epperly coffee. And he knows how to make it. The Humphreys
and they have coffee, and they were drinking the coffee in the cups.
Yeah,
let's do a coffee mug.
Okay,
that's good. I like that.
Okay,
we got a lot of dealer's choice. It was fun last week with all the dealer's choice. We got some broken hearts. Poor Mike is so upset about Sag.
Oh, buddy.
Mike.
Speaking of Mike, I want to shout out Mike and Vic. Earlier this week, we got a very, very fun image.
This is so much fun.
Sent to us, and they put together a drinking game / bingo card,
sort of,
to go with our podcast.
This specific podcast, but it could be interchangeable with all of the TBM podcasts.
Honestly, that's so true.
You know, we could switch out a couple of names in there, and it would be Treehill Talk. It would be Let's Go See.
Yeah, I need to find it. Hold on. Stay tuned.
Please pause.
So I just want to read some of the cards. And we post this on stories, but I think we should post this on the main feed.
We'll put it on the image, yeah.
Yeah. Glassful of Gossip is from Uncle Juice Pies or Starbucks.
Which, accurate.
Michelle references the OC or One Tree Hill.
Always accurate.
Headband count is less than 1.
Lately accurate.
So cute.
So cute. Mostly accurate, yeah.
iTunes review is red.
Aww.
Some other ones. List gets tongue-tied.
I laughed really hard at that because I was like, oh, wow. So everyone notices.
Michelle mentions Little J. Will. Liz is thirsty.
Always. Very parched.
Michelle makes a predict.
Love it.
Blair is immature. Podcasts disrupt the podcast.
Every single time. Actually, since we've gotten the doors, it's been pretty damn good.
Yeah, and then I love Pear.
Oh, well, we do love Pear.
And then there are other ones in there. This is so fun.
So much fun.
I absolutely love this. This spoke to my heart beyond.
If you guys have other ideas, I mean, no pressure, but we would literally die of laughter. It would definitely warm our hearts a little bit.
This is really fun. So thank you, Mike. And he said Vic helped as well. So thanks to
you guys.
Yeah. We'll post it on the feed.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Guys, this is the time. I must tell you. Here it is. You know what's coming. I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry because if you leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcast, our podcast will go up on the charts. Higher and higher and higher. And wouldn't you love to see our podcast reach like the top 50?
I would.
I definitely would. Be awesome. So, and you would feel so good helping, right?
Yes. Yes, you would. I promise you will.
Yeah. So if you haven't done so already, and even if you have, maybe get a friend to do it. A Gossip Girl loving friend. Leave us a rating and review on iTunes. It helps us out so much. We're broken records every week, but we must tell you because it does help us and it makes us just feel so good and the community grows and it's awesome. So please consider.
Thank you for the PSA.
Thank you so much. Okay. Will's treat.
Yay!
Send us off before After Dark. Gossip Girl characters as historical figures from Tish.
Oh. Ooh.
I will butcher, so I will have to look these up. Blair. Margaret Thatcher.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck. Donald Trey Trump.
Oh, yep.
Dan Jane Austen. Serena Princess Diana.
Oh.
Nate Usain Bolt.
Okay.
Fast and flashy, he says.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny Joan Jett. Punk in a pretty world.
Yeah.
Eric Billy Baldwin. Not historical, but think about it. Are you trying to tell us that William is Eric's real father? Oh, wait, it is Eric's real father. Sure. Georgina. Genghis Khan.
Uh-huh.
Vanessa. Emma Goldman.
Mm-hmm.
Rufus. Joan of Arc. The perfect matriarch.
Oh.
I'm sorry, the perfect martyr. Lily. Richard Nixon. Republican. Big behind the scenes. And Bart Napoleon Bonaparte. Duh.
Yeah.
I love that he adds Bart
on
the end of these. It's so good.
I love Bart in the end.
Thank you to everyone. Thanks to Babs and Maria. This has been a fun podcast. Maybe not so much for our pair loving hearts, but we'll be back next week with episode 14 with Tish. So send over some tea for us to read on the podcast. And here we go,
Click,
Michelle.
click, 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 click.
You know you love us.
XOXO.
Gossip Girls.
After Dark.
And then I love it when we go into After Dark and we're like, ah! Still,
We're here.
we're here.
We've made it.
We've made it.
Welcome to After Dark. Hey, can I tell my story?
Oh, yeah. Let's tell this story.
Okay, so as you guys know, a couple of weeks ago, I told you I was listening to Busy Phillips is doing
This is so funny.
her best, and how they were talking about Gossip Girl and Bridgerton, and how they just came out and said Padge is Gossip Girl. Like out of nowhere.
Out there.
Today I'm listening to Busy Phillips is doing her best, and they're talking about randomly about Saving Private Ryan and Tom Hanks and all. I won't say the spoiler because she says what happens. And
Busy, why you keep ruining all
well, they were like, when a movie's 20 years older,
You
you
expect.
shouldn't have to worry about something.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this just happened recently. Someone reached out how I ruined Gossip Girl for them. And I was like, oh my God, was that me? Because I did a story and I tagged Busy Phillips is doing her best. And I was like, oh my God. And I literally lost my shit today working from home. And I'm screaming and I text Liz in all caps. And Liz is I hate to break it to you, Michelle, but you on your story, this is how I read it. I hate to burst your bubble.
You're so sassy. I was like, Michelle, I hear what you're saying, but I hate to burst your bubble because you probably weren't the only one to send it. And also you told her you already knew who Gossip Girl was.
Right. But it's just the weird coincidence.
No, it was weird.
But then they're like, yeah, we just got yelled at or, we got contacted that we ruined Gossip Girl. And they were like, well, didn't you guess who Gossip Girl was? And she was like, yeah, I said Padge was Gossip Girl, but they beeped it out. They said Beep was Gossip Girl. So now they're beeping it out this time around. And I was like, oh my God. So maybe there's other people. Hey, if you're a listener and for some reason you heard it on Busy's podcast, can you let us know if you reached out?
Let us know if you listen to Busy's podcast. Michelle's obsessed.
I love Busy.
Beyond
Phillips.
obsessed.
Beyond.
I know you love. You have a connection.
She's. I feel like, and not to toot a horn, but if we met, we'd be friends.
Of course. She sounds like a down-to-earth kind of gal.
Yeah.
She's sweet.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my story.
What do we think about Padge in this episode?
Well, I didn't really think about Gossip Girl that much.
No, same. She really wasn't making her voiceovers that much, and
right.
There wasn't much to go off of.
No.
They didn't utilize her to sabotage the other person. Or the other person being Blair.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have
But you
much
do
thought.
see a side of Padge that can keep up with Blair. So you do see he has potential to take over things.
For sure.
So if you didn't already think it was him, you could get an inkling here.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely has that side. He can be manipulative. He can be a takedown, have the sabotage in him.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah. Did we get any insight on Gossip Girl? No, because I feel like this episode wasn't big on.
It wasn't. It was hard to really filter through with that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And
right.
Tish mentions in After Dark, when Padge talking about knowing Blair's kindergarten quote, I was like, this man has been lurking in the shadows the whole time. I see how it could be Gossip Girl.
I felt the same way, Tish.
Yeah, he's like, I know her. We know he knows her better than he knows himself.
All I thought about in that moment was Seth and Summer. I was like, how Seth knew Summer's poem. This is such a Seth and Summer thing.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all we have for After Dark.
Yeah, it's a light After Dark week. Maybe next week we'll have more insight. I'll have to keep focusing. I was so wrapped up in the Pear situation.
I know. Same.
Sweet on Pear. So I just have to have more of an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Until next week. Love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to 3 Gossip Girls. You can find us on all social media platforms at 3 Gossip Girls Pod or at 3gossipgirlspod@gmail.com.
This has been a Total Betty Media podcast, produced and edited by Michelle Rubenstein and Alyssa Tenio, music by Anthony Vicora.